and also looking for their first win ever against Notre Dame. And you will see an awful lot of pink on the floor and in the stands right off the tip. One of 5 ranked teams in the league right now, but they've been at home. So this is also a test in a busy week. This is their 4th game in 8 days. The last 4 have been at home, but you know what?
Grabs it, moves her hand on her hand, and does the just scoop to put it in. And that's after she's worked on her left hand at time. That's not because she can't use her left.
Just over 15 points per game. Miles, the leading scorer for Notre Dame at 14. Here's Westbeld. And that's good for Maddie Westbeld to see a bucket go through. Her mom, by the way, doing great.
Yes, awesome news to hear.
Citron has her first points.
They're separating now. You know, the freshman of Olivia Miles and Citron saying, no, Citron should get freshman of the year. We're talking about Miles for player of the year.
Yeah, so she'll go out, and Sara Bejedi, transfer from Arizona State, who is another player that Coach Sue Summerall uses to spell Gordon at the point guard spot, will come in as Citron goes to the bucket again.
And go back to this vision from Notre Dame, just the give and go, Dodson up top. She can score inside, but good vision, recognition. That's been a staple of Notre Dame's offense, you know, over Muffet McGraw's time and now with Neil Ivey. They're going to make you pay if you overcommit, but that'll help get you right back in the game. You know, quick jab step, cut right back to the basket. The defense is back. By the way she dribbles, would you not know that she's a Mabry? They all look exactly the same when they dribble.
It is quite a legacy, the Mabry sisters.
Florida State's defense has done a good job of slowing down Notre Dame. Either clogging up the passing lanes and just trying to clunk it up. And then you get a nice take inside from River Baldwin, 6'5". Cunane really flexed and showed why she's All-American potential, hitting a dagger 3 late.
Good patience. Under a minute to play in our first quarter. Westbeld for 3, drains it. Let's see if the timeout pays dividends for the Seminoles. Gordon bravely splitting the defense and gets the finish. Starting off with a couple of points to pull them within 4. Notre Dame led by 6 at the end of the first quarter. There's Gordon driving in again, and there's Myers, back-to-back buckets.
So that was one of those invaluable lessons that, you know, Kayao always preached, was find it early, and imagine how many people she's helped.
But I feel like, and correct me if you don't agree with this, Brooke, you don't see that as much. You see it a little more maybe in the men's game, but in the women's game, that's more what you see. It's Notre Dame maybe kind of forgot about going inside to her. She did so well early on. They started shooting from a little more outside. Didn't matter. They got the win. And there goes Miles. Look at that ball work.
Wow.
And good hands on the defensive end by Puisis to knock it away. Shooter trailing the play and making them pay. Ball just barely kept alive. Michaela Timpson, number 21. KK, they call her. Kept it alive. Got it out. Another 3 goes down, and we've got a tie game at Tallahassee. Spent 4 years with the Cardinal. 3 of them getting to play. As Timpson goes inside, and the freshman, you know, you get thrown in the fire in the ACC.
You know, your legs are not used to the amount of energy it takes to get through a Division I season, especially an ACC one. This is the time where a lot of players in their young careers hit a wall. February is a tough month.
Brunel, a much-needed bucket for Notre Dame.
I mean, just dribble the ball more, and I think if, you know, once you start doing that, the quality of your shots really go down.
Well, if the message at halftime for Notre Dame was get it into Dodson on the inside.
And then just use that body to get a big target for the guards to hit her, or whomever passes it from the high post. Yeah, that was a great play to draw out of halftime.
And then another tough drive. We have a couple really dynamic freshmen at point guard in this game. Gordon, who's on the move again for Florida State, and then Miles, the magician. It's felt like we have to get it out there now for the world to hear.
Yeah,
Westbeld.
There's a lot of now you see it, now you don't when it comes to her handling the basketball.
One of the things you always hear about this team and what makes them so dangerous. Jones had a really quiet first half. Morgan Jones for Florida State. Valencia Myers, though, had 6 points, 5 boards in the first half, adds a couple more.
I'm open. Yo, 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 yo. That also works.
4 on the shot clock here for Myers, no problem. They know the opportunity that they have. You talked about the 4 ranked teams they've got left. This is one of them.
You know what? I'm so mad at myself for not thinking about getting Charlie Cream on this phone.
Morgan Jones has been fairly quiet, leading scorer for the Seminoles. Just 2 points in the game. She played only 8 minutes in the first half, but she knows when to pick her moments. This came on the road to the top 2 teams in the conference, ranked in the top 5, NC State and Louisville. Bejedi, 2 for 2 from 3 in the first half. 50% from 3 in the game as Miles, a little acrobatic drive, couldn't get the finish though. And the Seminoles under 30% as a team from 3 for the season. Here is Jackson.
Yes, that is Mom and Dad. No doubt you had influence on that move.
Her mom and dad, both head coaches, as the Seminoles just continue to flow on offense. Be sure to check that one out. Lots of great basketball coming your way with a triple header.
Hey,
and how about that? All right, Notre Dame, maybe that gives you a little bit of punch.
Sue Summerall said, quote, "We need to make Olivia's life hard and try to keep Maya Dotson from touching the ball." Those were the 2 points of emphasis today.
Did she also mention she needed Valencia Myers? Florida State has never beaten Notre Dame. The Irish 11-0 in the series. And the Seminoles also looking for their first win against a ranked opponent this season. Yeah. Because they've been big buckets, haven't they? They felt like it hit them. Speaking of a big bucket, okay, there's the first point of the second half.
She injured her ankle, I want to say, late in that season in a game I might have even been calling, and she got it together for the postseason. There's Miles. Your leader, like, literally does everything. Kitley done a great job with a face-up game, dealing through injury, and then Elisa Kinane from the Seminoles being more methodical about their offense here, trying to get maybe a backdoor cut, open shot off the screen.
Myers,
over
vision. Valencia Myers with 14 in the game, 1 off her season high. Miles feeling it for Notre Dame. 8 points for Olivia Miles, the reigning ACC Player of the Week in this quarter. 16 in the game. Another turnover as Florida State tightening up, trying to hang on to the lead. Here come the Irish. As 18 in this quarter. That lead now to a much more precarious 5. Jackson, though, with a free lane to the basket. Make their case to the NCAA committee. They deserve a shot. They've got some work to do to get there. They turn it over this time. Miles has Citron, gets it there. Citron got the bucket for the Irish, along with Dodson with 13, Miles with 16, 5 on the shot clock here. The drive, and that bucket right there. It's doing for her program. Irish back to the bread and butter inside with Dodson.
Remember, Olivia Miles missed that 3, so she's got that in her mind immediately to make up for it.
Westbell, big-time 3, makes it a 1-point game. Much needed win for their NCAA tournament hopes. Jones, 2 on the shot clock, has to take it! Right in front of the bench, knocks it down!
I think about how much Morgan Jones wanted a piece of this game. She wanted to guard Olivia Miles. She wanted to step up in big moments.
Florida State, 10 on the shot clock for the Seminoles with a 2-point lead. Bianca Jackson, well off the mark. Going inside to Dodson. Let's see what they decide to do. Citron will be the one to take it. It was a tough shot, well defended by the Seminoles.
Yeah, their tournament lives right now, and Charlie Crean says that they definitely have work to do. They got to separate themselves from being 500. So the pressure is on, and you're hosting Notre Dame at home, about to do it. You got ranked Carolina that's really figuring themselves out and getting consistency here late in the season.
Irish need points. Brunel short on her 3-point attempt. Jump ball called.
She was 7-9 for the floor. 14 points, 27 minutes, 8 rebounds. And I think
Bianca Jackson, a 93% free throw shooter, missed the first, makes the second. It just adds a little icing on the cake, and